Alright guys, welcome back to Car Reviews Canada. Today we got the 2020 BMW X5 xDrive40i M Sport. So a bit about the X5. BMW offers three traditional SUVs. It starts with the X3, which is their compact 5-seater SUV, which competes with the likes of the Audi Q5, the Mercedes GLC class, as well as the Porsche Macan, amongst its German competitors specifically. There's also a bigger SUV above the X5, which is called the X7. It's their traditional 7-seater SUV that competes with Mercedes GLS class as well as the Audi Q7. This specific X5, again, their traditional full-size but 5-seater SUV, competes with the new Audi Q8 as well as the Mercedes GLE class and the Porsche Cayenne. Now, specific to this car, equipped with the M Sport package. Now the M Sport package gives you a bunch of stuff. It gives you the M Sport steering wheel, adaptive M suspension, sport automatic transmission. It also gives you M Sport brakes. As well, on the exterior, it deletes the silver trim pieces around the front and around the wheel, around the window surrounds rather. As you can see, it's all blacked out. As well as without the M Sport package, the wheel arches would actually be in black plastic, which wouldn't look nice, especially in this white color. As you can see with the M Sport package, it is colored in body colored paint, which looks really nice. It gives it a more expensive feel on the outside. Now, aside from the M Sport package, this is equipped with BMW's Premium Essential package. A good thing about the X5 is even though the Essential package is their first premium package that BMW offers, there is one above that. It's called the Enhanced, which gives you a couple of more things. But they put almost all the options and the cool features in the Essential package, which is nice because you don't even have to go towards the Enhanced. You don't have to pay the extra money. The Premium Essential package is, you do have to pay for it. It's about $5,000, a little bit north of $5,000 actually. But the Enhanced package is nearly $9,000. So if you don't want to pay that extra four grand for that $5,000, you can actually get a lot of stuff. So we're talking soft closed doors, lumbar support, adjustable side bolsters, front seat memories, and also heated and cooled cup holders. That's right, this car comes with heated and cooled cup holders, which is absolutely amazing. I believe BMW is only one of the only manufacturers that does it. And even within BMW, the X5 and the X7, I believe, are the only two models that have the heated and cooled cup holders available, which is a really nice feature. They actually work very well. The other day I put it on heated cup holders and I actually almost burned my hand touching the base of it. So it gets really hot. It works very well, which is something that they put in an Essential package, as I mentioned. Now, again, finished off in mineral white metallic on the exterior, black Vernasca on the interior. In the front, we have BMW's adaptive full LED headlights. These come standard. If you want the laser lights, those are in the Enhanced package, or you could get them separately as well if you're speccing it out yourself. There are LED fog lights as well, which are nice. It comes standard. Before X5s, you would have to get the lighting package, which is not offered anymore, but the lighting package would give you LED fog lights. Now they're just standard, no matter what configuration you get with your X5. There's some open vents here on the side, which are nice to give the car some extra airflow. It is closed off on the sides, on the corners specifically. They're fake vents, but it's not a big deal. It's open at the bottom here, again, to give the car some cooling. As I mentioned in the M340i video, BMWs have been doing functional kidney grills. Before, kidney grills were just a design feature that BMW used, but now they're actually making some use out of them. They do open and close. I'll put up a video of that. But it all works very well. It opens and closes based on how you're driving. The video that I just put up, we were driving aggressively, and when we came back, turned the car off, the car was actually still cooling itself down, and then eventually closed off, which was it was a nice thing to see. We caught it on video, which is kind of rare because it closes off right away usually when you turn off the car. Actually, we could go on the other side. We could talk about the wheels. These wheels are specific to the M Sport package. As you can see, a bunch of M badges. You have a huge M Sport brake in the back. These are bicolored, so they're black and silver, which look very nice. At least when they're clean, they're kind of dirty right now, so you probably can't see the black anyways. They're wrapped in 275 45 R20 tires. Obviously 20 is the 20-inch wheels. They're very wide tires. It's not a staggered setup, so it's 275 wide tires all around. Most of the X5s actually came with P0s, which are their high performance summer tires. But because I guess the P0s are pretty expensive tires actually, and they're actually very vulnerable to potholes and stuff like that. Most of the 2020s, at least that I noticed, are coming with these all-season tires. They're still Pirelli. They're still it's a good company. Very wide tires gives you a lot of grip, but they're slowly kind of optioning less and less X5s with those wide P0s. Those performance tires. The side vents, unfortunately, they're not functional anymore. They're closed off. I say anymore because these vents on the side were open in previous generation X5, so I don't know why BMW went with that. As you can see, the body line on the X5s have always had nice body lines. It gives the car a more aggressive look, which is something BMW has done very well. Now moving on to the back, these are BMW's full LED brake lights. BMWs have recently gone with this 3D design for their brake lights, which look nice. They're in the 3 Series, now in the redesigned 5 Series. Not redesigned actually, a small refresh for the 5 Series, and obviously as you can see in the X5 as well. As I said, xDrive40i model designation badges. They've actually put it below the taillights now. Before they always used to be above the taillights. I guess there's more room now, so they're putting it down there. It's nice. As you can see, it's actually a split tailgate. BMW X5s, for those of you who don't know, they're actually known for that. X5 has always had those split tailgates. So again, part of the essential package, if you just kick underneath, you'll see it'll flash twice. It'll open the trunk as well as the bottom split tailgate as well. So before, this bottom part was a manual. You would have to open it separately. Now it's electric, so it opens up when you open the top part as well, which is nice. If you don't need to use this, because it does take in, as you see, it actually comes out pretty wide. So if you do need to reach into something very far in, you might want to close this. So that's pretty simple. Just close this up. It's electric, it'll do that for you. There's a lot of room in here. I believe it's 33 cubic feet of space, which is very competitive. I believe in perspective, the Mercedes GLE offers about 33 cubic feet of space with the seats up, obviously. So very class competitive. There's a lot of room. If you want to fold down the seats, there's these levers right there. You just pull up and it'll fold the seats down. It's not electric. I believe on the X7 it is electrically operated, so that's something that they skipped on the X5. There's a 12-volt socket here, which is nice. Baggage holders, shopping bag holders, which is nice. It's on both sides. There's also let me just open up quickly here. There's a luggage compartment package. Sorry, it's kind of dirty right now in the trunk, but if you just lift this up, there's actually a compartment at the bottom. So if you just pick this up, it lifts up automatically. It's a small little hydraulic, so it stays wherever you need it. But as you can see, there's a lot of space in the bottom. There's some stuff in there right now, but we recently took this on a long road trip, and we put a lot of stuff under here, which saved space on the actual cargo, which is nice. It's something a lot of car manufacturers don't have, because that's where the spare tire goes. And the reason why there's no spare tire in this is because the Pirelli Scorpion Zero tires, the all-season tires that are equipped with this car, they're actually run flats. It does come with a fix-a-flat kit, but there's no spare tires, so you could use that for luggage compartment, which is nice. So if you want to just close this up, if that was the last thing you wanted to do in the car, you could lock the car from here as well. Just press the lock button, and the tailgate will close, and it'll also lock the car as well, which is all nice. It works nice. It all works very well. As part of the M Sport package, I forgot to mention earlier, it does come with the M Sport exhaust system. It sounds nice. It doesn't give a lot of crackles and pops when you're revving it or anything like that. It's a very muted exhaust system, if I could say that. But on the upshifts, it does make a nice burble or crackle. It's very nice. I'll put up a video of that. So this car, among other BMW models, has a approach and walk away, unlock and lock feature. So if you walk away, you'll see the car will lock right there, and the doors, the side mirrors will fold in, which is nice. As you approach the car, it unlock, the side mirrors will fold out, which is nice. You don't have to keep taking the keys out of your pocket all the time. Again, it's finished in black Vernasca leather, which is nice. So again, soft touch materials at the front and bottom. Bottom, I believe, is actually, no, this is all soft touch, which is nice. This is the leatherette finish, which is like their synthetic leather that BMW offers. But so it looks real leather, but it's actually not. You can option that out as well. But it's leatherette here, real leather padding on the side, which is nice. You have all your window controls. They're automatic up down for all four, which is nice. You could fold in the side mirrors with this button right there. You can obviously adjust your mirrors. All that stuff is standard. Lock and unlock buttons. It's basically the same for BMWs. BMW interiors are basically the same for almost like 70-80% of their lineup. You have your memory seats on the side over there. As part of the M Sport package, it does come with M Sport side sills. They are aluminum, and actually the M logo, they actually light up at night. It's illuminated at night, which is nice. Again, BMW, as I mentioned in the M340i video, they put a lot of M badges everywhere when you get an M Sport package. As I mentioned, the side sills, even in the back, it's kind of small, but they put it there, it's illuminated. Which is something that, again, BMW does. But even down to the M Sport pedals, if you get the M Sport package, it comes with aluminum and rubber finished sport pedals. But even down to the dead pedal, there's an M logo there, which is kind of funny. But BMW wants you to really know that you paid extra for the M Sport package. Now let's open up the hood quickly. Again, this is BMW's inline 6-cylinder engine. Nothing too special here. Again, 335 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. Nothing too crazy. No M badge, at least here. But there's a nice BMW logo right there. Nothing too special in the luggage compartment, in the hood rather. So again, double latched. Slam it down. It'll close right in place. Did it actually? Yeah, it did. Sounds good. So let's just let's mention this here. This is obviously your seat controls. You can move your adjustable lumbar. Electric seats are obviously standard on front and also the passenger, as well as the adjustable side bolster. It does tighten the side bolsters in or out depending on if you want a more tighter driving experience. If you think you're going to be pushing it. So again, X5, very high. It's a high step-in. It's an SUV. That's probably why you got it. So starting up the car, again, just like every other BMW, push the start button, hold the brake. Nice startup. Again, M Sport steering wheel. The steering wheel actually comes out. So when you turn off the car, the steering wheel actually moves in so that you could get out a little bit more easily. So actually, if I just put this on the side here, you'll see the steering wheel move when I turn off the car. Right there, so it actually goes in once you open the door, and once you start up the car, it'll come out. So I'll just put it here again. There you go. It's nice. It's electric adjustment, so you can move it out or in, up or down. So I just want to quickly actually go over the signal turn stock. So again, it works like a traditional turn stock. Nothing too special there, but there are a couple of buttons here. As you can see, there it says BC and has the headlight with an A on it. With BC, it basically controls that screen over there. I'll let you know what your range is, your mileage, your total kilometers, your odometer and all that stuff, average speed. You could change that. You could press BC again. It'll change that screen. It'll show you your horsepower and torque. So sport displays, you have your G-force meter. Press that again. It'll show you which radio station or what song or what you're listening to. And there's also the traditional, it'll just tell you which gear you're in and which mode you're in as well, which driving mode you're in. There's that, and below that is just the automatic high beams. So if you press that, the high beams are not on, obviously it's daytime, but there's automatic high beams in this as well. So if you go into a very dark area, it'll automatically turn on the high beams. And as when there's a car coming in front, it'll see the headlights quite early in advance, and it'll actually turn off the the full beams for you. So all your headlight controls are all over here. Again, fog lights are probably the thing that's outstanding with this car. The M340i didn't have the fog light. This car actually has an option aside from the packages. It's the Harman and Kardon sound system. So the essential package comes with BMW's hi-fi sound system. It's an okay system. It's basically the basic one. The enhanced package comes with the Harman and Kardon sound system, but obviously this car is equipped with it because I guess it was spec'd separately with the surround sound system. So you have your digital gauge cluster, the BMW Live Cockpit display. Again, it's in almost all BMWs. You have your 12-inch display. It's slightly bigger than the one in the M340i. Very nice heads-up display. As I mentioned in the M340i, even in this X5, if you put it into sport mode, it'll give you a nice tachometer in the front. I'll rev it right now. So it's nice. It's nothing too crazy like the M340i, but it does have the M Sport exhaust system. So I'll just lower the window. You could hear it. Yeah, so nothing too exciting there. It again, M Sport exhaust system, but you notice it only on the upshifts. It does get a little bit more, gives it a more deeper growl, but it's nothing anything too crazy. And if you put into reverse, your rear view camera, it is trajectory, has trajectory, so it'll let you know where you're going, so it works very nice. Again, this one doesn't have the enhanced package, so it doesn't have the top-down view, the 360-degree 360 camera view, but it does have parking sensors that'll let you know where you're going, which is basically all what you need. This one's finished off in the aluminum Tetragon trim, so very similar to the one that you had in the M340i. So the good thing about the X5, actually, let's talk about it, is the ambient lighting. There is a bunch of ambient lighting in this car, more than in the M340i. So I'll put up a picture right now how it looks like at night in the back and the front. So as you saw, it was basically everywhere. It was underneath the climate control vents, near the screen. It's basically everywhere. It gives it a very, very nice driving experience at night. It's very lit up. It feels very nice to be sitting in it. Again, let's go over this quickly. Again, you have your sport automatic transmission made by ZF. Your reverse drive, the manual shifting mode is in the right position. Upshift for down and downshift for if you want to downshift, you move it up. That's how it should be. You have your traction control off button, your parking sensors. This button that's missing here has got to do with the parking cameras that come, the advanced parking cameras that come with the enhanced package, which is part of the backup assistant and the automatic parallel parking, which I showed you guys in the M340i. Sport, Comfort, Eco Pro, I talked about this. There's, as I mentioned, this has the adaptive and suspension. So if we actually press adaptive here, actually let me put it in park. So let's go away from here. There we go. So if you put in adaptive, it basically reads the road ahead of you as you're driving, and it basically adapts the dampers and the driving, the chassis of the car based on what's coming up. So if there's a tighter corners coming up around, it'll put it in a more sportier chassis to keep you more planted and not allow too much body roll. If you're just cruising on the road and you've gone off the ramp and you're onto the highway, you're cruising normally, it will basically put into a normal setting, so you don't have to keep switching between sport or eco pro or comfort or anything like that. It'll read it, it'll basically adjust it based off of what it sees ahead of the road, and it'll also learn how you're driving as well. So if you're planting your foot down, it'll automatically put the car's transmission to a sportier setting. It'll open up the exhaust, which is nice. And then if you slow down, it'll put everything back into comfort mode and things like that. So it'll just basically do everything for you, which is nice, and also reads how you're driving. So I didn't really go too much in depth in the iDrive 7.0, a little bit more in it. Like obviously the settings, you could change your different stuff. Your interior lighting, you could change different colors. Oh, it just went back. You could change different colors. You could turn it completely off. If you don't like bright lights at night, you could decrease the brightness. There's dynamic light, which what basically it does is if you're in drive, for example, and you're parked on the side of the street, you have to quickly open the door and check for something. Once you open the door, obviously interior lighting is green, but once the door opens, actually the car will start flashing a red ambient light. It'll consistently pulse out, consistently pulse actually, which will kind of let bicyclists or any people or any cars know that, you know what, there's actually a door open so nobody hits your car and damages it. There's actually a separate button for dimmed for night driving, which is nice. You don't have to change the brightness. Again, the Germans making it very easy for their customers. Change the climate controls. If you want to change air quality, seat and armrest heating, that's right, this actually does heat up as well with your with your heated seats. Keyed button, again, what do you want your key to do? There is a remote startup, which is nice on this car. Again, something you would expect. Driver's assistance, again, you could go through this button or just select that. Displays, what you want to display. If you want the driving modes to change the gauge cluster, or you don't want any of that configurability, you can turn that off. It works very well. You can adjust the heads-up display, whether you want it high, low. You could even rotate it actually, or remove or add more information. Doors access, if you want any doors to unlock or lock based off of if you press the button or approach the car and all that stuff. General settings, same thing. Speed warning, so actually if the speed limit, again, there's a speed limit, it'll tell you the speed limit as well as in the heads-up display. But if the speed limit, let's say, is 80 and you're driving past 80, the line that is made from the speedometer little thing over there, whatever that's called, I don't think there's a specific name for it, but if you pass the speed limit, it'll actually turn a dark red to let you know they're actually speeding past that point, which is nice, which is basically what this is. Fatigue and focus alert, it'll basically give you a reminder after about 2 to 3 hours of driving, consistent driving, that you should probably take a break. It'll just let you know. Mobile devices, if you want to add it or remove any device. If you want to reset the data, let's say you're returning the car and you don't want any of your information to go with the car, you could do all of that. I talked about the widgets and stuff. Your communications, the main screen, you can change this however you like. Different they're basically like widgets in a tablet. You could take this one out and put it somewhere else, or replace it with the navigation. So if you actually just hold this down, you could select and deselect whichever one you want on the home screen, which is nice. You have your navigation. Again, it works very well. There's a pad here where you could write it, or again, with this car, it has the BMW. So if I say, hey BMW, take me to the nearest Mary Brown's.
Which one of these destinations should I select?
Number 1.
Perfect. Our next destination is Mary Brown's famous chicken and taters.
Perfect. So again, as you saw, it works very well. You could ask it to check the weather. You could basically, change the destination that you want to go. Basically, it could do anything. It works very well. The microphones are actually right above you, right here. They're right above the driver and the passenger. So you don't have to kind of lean in and speak or anything like that. It'll recognize your voice right away. This one, also part of the essential package. Again, a very cool gimmicky feature with BMWs is the gesture control, as you may have probably heard. So you could actually use your hand movements to do different things with the car. So if you want to increase or decrease the volume, if you're too lazy to use the traditional volume button, you could rotate your hand. Oh, it says no source available, so let's actually put something on right now. We can go to AM radio. Very unique perspective on things like that. So once you have the video and you're listening, it's too loud, you want to put it down, it'll lower. Increase.
Thank you for having me read.
That is Beth Robertson, a vice.
So that's basically gesture control. It's very nice. It's cool to see when it happens, but it can come very handy. Again, if your hands are busy or driving, or you don't want to look off the road, you could just quickly look up and just increase or decrease the volume. Now, if it is playing and you want to just quickly turn it off, just do that. There you go, it's off. You want to turn the media back on. Let's say you had a drive-through and you need to quickly take out change, but the radio is too loud. You can just quickly turn it off or put it back on. So right there. right there. So the sensor is actually right here. You could probably see it right there. This is the sensor right there. So if you just keep your hand about around this gear lever area, it'll just read it perfectly fine. So, oh, there we go. So at the screen, but kind of in this area, it'll work very well. Again, aluminum Tetragon trim. It's finished all around here. Looks very nice. You push this up. You have a phone holder. It doesn't again come with the wireless charging. There is a traditional USB port there, which is nice. 12-volt power socket. And as I mentioned, heated and cooled cup holder. So press this down. There's an ambient light in there that will be blue. If you want to heat it, it turns red. It works on both cup holders. Again, works very nice. A cool gimmicky thing, but it actually comes in handy when you actually need it. I talked about all the climate control. You could definitely check that out in the M340i video. It's basically all the same thing. These are the sport seats. They're perforated. They're nice. It's heated seats on the front and the rear. There's also the compartment here in the middle. It's a split open. Nice. There's a USB charging port there. A lot of space. That's basically it for the front. I just wanted to quickly show you guys coming around the back the soft close doors. Again, soft close doors are on all 4 doors, but if you just open it, let's say you have to go do something, you close the door but it doesn't latch in properly. There you go. I'll show you once again. So it works very nice. It'll work every time. This is a gas tank. There's no button inside. It'll open up right for you from the outside. Again, there's a lot of space coming in. Again, same thing. The the side kick plates in the aluminum finish. A lot of space in the interior. I have about roughly 6 inches of leg room, and I'm 5'11", so there's a lot of room. There's a lot of space in the back. As you can see, it's all open. There's a large panoramic sunroof that gives a lot of light inside the cabin, which is very nice. You have your 4-zone climate control, as I mentioned. Each of the corner passengers has their own heated seats, their own temperature. You have 2 vents. You have a storage cubby right here if you want to put anything. It's lined in rubber, so if you put coins or anything like that in there, it won't slide around. There are air vents on the side near the C pillar, which is nice. Sorry, not the C pillar, the B pillar. In the interior, which is nice. It gives you more air cooling. And also, as I mentioned, the side manual sunshades. They're on both sides. You can clip them up. If you have a child, in this case the car seat's here, you could put it up instead of buying an aftermarket one. It works very nice. And if you ever don't want it, let's say you have some friends in the car, then you could just take this out, put it in, and it gives you a nice clean finish. There you have your window up and down button. Again, it's automatic. You press it all the way down. That's it. Without touching it, it'll come all the way up. If you pull it all the way up, it'll close up itself. If you want to manually do it, you just push it down a little bit, like that, and it will go to the desired height that you want it to. This one comes with BMW's floor mats. It has BMW written on it, I believe, in the corner. It looks dirty right now, but it's there. So it's nice. Again, black plastic. BMW does that so that it doesn't scratch the leather, or if anybody starts kicking you in the back, it doesn't really damage the leather. There are obviously lights in the back. The good thing about this is you could either open one, or if you want a little bit more light, you could actually open both of them as well. So that's a slight, small touch that BMW does. Again, it has a black anthracite liner. There's also an optional Alcantara roof liner that you could get. I believe it's about $1,000, $2,000 Canadian. So yeah, that's that. And also in both exterior side mirrors, there are auto dimming, and it's also auto dimming rear view mirror in the inside, which is nice. There's also your blind spot monitoring, which is standard. Your LED turn signals. Obviously, these are standard stuff that you would expect on a car like this. But yeah, that's it for the 2020 BMW X5 40i. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. But until then, we'll see you next time with another car review. Again, we have a lot more content planned, so definitely subscribe. Check out the other videos on the channel, and we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching Car Reviews Canada.